Welcome to the PointClickFish.com Saltwater Fishing Radio Show with your host, Captain Jay, and his sidekick, the Anonymous Angler, bringing you the very best of inshore, offshore, tournament updates, interviews, new fishing products, and so much more. Now, sit back, turn that volume up, and hold on tight to that mouse, because it's about to get a little fishy.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the PointClickFish.com radio show. Wayne, I tell you, we've got another great show this evening, and we're happy to be here and to have some great guests on the show. Wayne, how are you this evening?
I'm doing all right. I've had a little bit of back pain over the day today. I actually had to leave work early, but happy to be here with us tonight on Point Click Fish, giving me a chance to work in a comfortable reclined position, as the radio show is always a great opportunity to call in from home and, join you on the air and talk to people a little bit about some exciting technology and, great products that are on the marine market tonight. But first off, of course, I'm curious what you've been up to. How are you doing?
Well, I tell you, it's the temperature, obviously, in North Carolina where we are, letting the listeners know, it can't make up its mind if it wants to be hot or if it wants to be cold. One day it's snowing and 2 days later, it's 73 degrees. So, I would like it if at least it could make up its mind because it's thoroughly confusing the fish.
Yeah, we had a bit of an Indian summer over the weekend. Some nice days out with. Actually ended up in shorts on the boat one day, and there's some speckled trout that are feeding right now. Some red drum that are feeding, and we're probably seeing the last of the flounder in the area here soon. But definitely still in the heels of our fall fishing season, and as our water temperatures continue to drop, we'll see, let's go into that winter pattern. We talked about that on the show last week, and, in reality, we know that's what we're setting up for, so it's time to start, really doing inventory on the boat, taking a close look at that and making sure we're getting it rigged up right for the next season and, going through the tackle boxes and spending a lot of time really making sure to prepare and make everything be the way we want to. And a big part of that is, going through and developing and designing your electronics on board your boat. I know we spend a lot of time talking about boat maintenance and moving and, just boat performance. And a big part of that is when you're night fishing, being able to see out on the water. And I know we're really happy to have some good relationships with people that have some experience into that. Let you tell us a little bit about our relationship with Rigid Industries.
Absolutely. This evening we're glad to have Chris Brown from Rigid Industries Lighting. It's an outstanding LED light company. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
Well, thank you very much
for
joining us and to talk to us about Rigid Industries. Tell us a little bit about Rigid Industries from the company, what Rigid Industries is.
Well, we are we were born probably, or we came about 6 or 7 years ago, and our primary focus then and a big portion of our business now has been the off-road industry. Off-road power sports, ATV, UTVs, pretty much anything that floats or moves, we can put a light on it, we're going to do it. But we started developing forward-projecting LEDs for the off-road industry. And matter of fact, our top racer, B.J. Baldwin, just won back-to-back Baja 1000s last weekend, and using our lights, and did it 2 years in a row running solo. So that was kind of a cool deal. But what we've done is we've come a long way since 6 or 7 years, and really developed a number of products for, like I said, anywhere from trucks to trains to planes, mining, and then agriculture, ATV, UTV, and, of course, our marine segment. And, Wayne, I think you said it best there in the opening of the show. Now is the time that you're getting tackle straight. You're getting, you're going back and cleaning the boat out, and you're getting things ready to go for next season. And you're fixing up your electronics, and you're fixing things that need to be fixed a long time ago. You're just now getting to, and now's a perfect time to upgrade your lighting in your boat, compartment lighting, as well as adding deck lighting or cutter lighting or any of that stuff. So now it's kind of that maintenance period for boaters to start getting their stuff ready and get ready to go for 2014. So,
yeah, and when you look at your marine lighting program, I looked online, and it's just quite an impressive list. Tell us about some of your most popular marine-related products.
We've got a little bit of everything. Our A-Series lights, which are on our website, and if you go to our website at rigidindustries.com, we actually just moved to a new site on Monday of this week, so we're very proud of that. You can actually download our 2014 catalog, but some of the more popular marine products that we have for the freshwater guys and for the smaller inshore saltwater guys is the A-Series accessory light. That's a light that will run anywhere from 9 volts up to 36 volts, and it comes in a multitude of colors as well as 2 different power settings. And it's a great light. We've got a 21-foot bass boat that we pull around on tour and that we use for a show boat. We use those all over the place. I mean, they're in compartments, they're in the live wells. Any place you need to add light or replace the light, that's the guy to do it. And it's a very simple install. Anybody can do it, and it's a really nice addition to the line. Some other new products that we have out now, we've actually got a suction cup mount for some guys that maybe want to do some night fishing or and need a UV light or a black light. We've developed a black light now for night fishing guys, and that's a neat addition that comes with a power cord that plugs into your cigarette lighter. And the cool thing about that, and Jay, you mentioned this earlier, is that's a light that you can take and go anywhere with that mount. You can mount different lights to it, big lights, little lights. And, with the cigarette lighter adapter that we have with it, you can take that light, put it in the boat, you can put it in the truck, put it in the camper, anywhere you go that you need a little extra light, you got it. As long as you got access to a cigarette lighter, you're good to go. So pretty neat, pretty cool setup there for sure.
Well, Chris, I tell you, speaking of taking the rigid industry lights anywhere, we kind of want to hit on a topic that, we talked about it with Dave and your team at the ICAST show, and you had the opportunity to talk to someone about lighting and taking it in a harsh environment. And we kind of wanted to bring that person on the show and kind of talk about, what that project has been and what the results have been. So let's take the caller on the line now and see who it is and see if we can talk about their experience with rigid LED lighting. Welcome to the Fish.com radio show.
Can you hear me, Jay?
Captain Wild Bill, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's going on? I'm in the Anchorage Airport. Just finished the king crab season and the barredeye crab season, and I did have the opportunity to meet the guys from Rigid at ICAST in Vegas, and we sat down, and I told them there's kind of an untapped market for LED lighting on some of these commercial boats, and they were generous enough to send me up with a half a dozen fixtures that performed flawlessly, and we had winds in excess of 85 knots. These lights were completely submerged at times as we were dipping the bow. It's probably the harshest environment you're ever going to find for a lighting fixture, and the R&D department and I have been talking about making this thing so it's readily available for the commercial fleet in Alaska, and we just had kind of a prototype thing that we put together. It wasn't really, they didn't go to the nines to finish the design. We've been working on some stuff, and everything they sent me performed flawlessly the whole season. It's great. Actually, the lights are almost too bright, if that makes any sense. The guys have trouble when they're stacking pots because they're looking up into those fixtures, and the number of lumens are just, it's amazing. It's made, and we film on the boat. We do the Deadliest Catch, and the producers of the show are just overwhelmed because it provides them with a better platform to film on. So it was a total hit for us this year. It worked out great.
So it sounds like they're able to serve a couple purposes, obviously for the filming piece and also to light the deck up for the crew. Has the crew been able to notice a difference, Bill, during the while they're working? Obviously, you said looking up, they're bright, but have they been able to light up the area more than before?
Oh, it's a tremendous change. The amount of lumens, the candle power it's amazing, and it's a safer environment. I mean, when you can see what's going on, it's a safer place to work. And the thing that I got was, I mean, we had these things underwater a lot. We had some rough weather, and I mean, we didn't have any problems at all. Everything performed like it was supposed to, and that was the big deal, because with the quartz lights, they're always going out. I mean, you hit a big wave, the boat vibrates, they move in the fixture, the bulb goes out. You got to put somebody at risk climbing the mast to go up and change a lamp. These things didn't miss a beat. We changed them. We still use some quartz lights for the season, and we probably changed a half a dozen bulbs during the season. And if you look at the expense of that adds up. But the fact that you got to put a guy up in the mast when it's blowing 40, 50, 60 knots, and you're in 35-foot seas, there's a day. It's much safer with these LEDs that they just don't go away.
Well, that's definitely an excellent point to point out that safety factor, and obviously that's huge on any boat that you're on. So, Captain Bill, what's next for you? Where are you headed, and what are you doing?
Well, I'm out of here, and I have a home in Mexico. I'm going to go home for about a week and regroup and take care of some business, and I'm off to Almirada, Florida. I'm hosting the 50th annual sailfish tournament there. I did the 48th and the 49th. I'm going to follow that up with 10, 12 days in Costa Rica, doing a little bit of fishing for sailfish, and then I'm going to be back in Alaska on the 27th of December to go back for the paleo fishing and go on from there.
So, Bill, at that time, when you get back up there and you get on board the Cape Caution there to start filming again for king crab season, that's when it really starts to get cold. Will that be another test for the lights in that extremely cold environment at that point?
One of the things that Aaron and I have been talking with, Aaron's in the R&D, is worrying about these things icing up, because LED lights don't use as much power. They don't generate as much heat as quartz. That's one of the things we're doing. We're in the process of testing these things to see if we need to incorporate maybe a heated lens to keep the ice from forming on them in this harsh environment. But, I mean, these guys are a hoot to work with. I went to their factory. They have a video where they take this light bar and they drag it behind a pickup truck. They hit it with ball bats. They shoot it with shotguns. These guys are hilarious. I mean, they do some crazy testing to their products, and I mean, like I just said, our stuff performed flawlessly, and obviously they put a lot of time and effort into making this stuff so it's reliable.
Well, they absolutely take a lot of pride in their product, and and like you said, that product holds up, and that's something that we've seen as we've used the product ourselves and tested it. And you and I have talked about this before. Is it's a great product, and it also provides great reliability and light as well.
Jay, I know in the commercial industry, there's a power. I mean, these lights use a lot less. They use a lot less power, so there's actually a fuel saving. It's gotten to be where the boats in Alaska and the commercial fleets, we're trying to save money any way we can, and just eliminating a 1,500 watt quartz and replacing it, and we probably have 15 or 18 of these things on the boat. There's actually a monetary savings over time using the LED over the quartz lights.
Well, absolutely, that's another great point. Now, Chris, did you have any questions for Captain Wild Bill?
No, I think he answered them all. I was going to ask him how they held up, but obviously they held up well and held up falsely. I'm curious to see how well they do when it gets good and cold. Actually, Bill, we're at the Pacific Marine Expo right now in Seattle and talking to a bunch of these guys, and and seeing a lot of the commercial guys and learning a lot more about the commercial business. So we're pretty excited about the opportunities that we have with you, as well as, with a number of other boats around, the Seattle area and up and down the coast here and in Alaska. So we're pretty excited about it. So glad to hear they went well. So
Chris, one of the things that I discussed with Aaron is there's a specific fixture that most of us use. It's a stainless steel fixture. I think it originally came out of Germany. And Aaron and I, we talked about it. We developed an insert for this thing so you can pull out the ends and the lamp for the quartz, insert this thing into the existing fixture, and then plug the wires in it and go. And I honestly think that's going to be a home run for you guys. We all have these fixtures on the boats, and you can see it in the fleet. This year, especially during King Crab, that specific white light that the LEDs throw off, you can look on the horizon and see boats and seeing more and more of these guys with the white light. So the industry is switching this way. I think the world's switching to LED, really. And for you guys to get in there, I think you're on the cutting edge for Alaska and this commercial fleet, and I think you guys are going to do really well.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We're very excited to be a part of your crew and be on your boat. So.
Well, I'm going to be in Arizona in 2 days. I'm not really going to stop at Expo. I got to be honest with you. I just finished a bunch of boat time, and I could give a hoot about stopping and talking about boat stuff in Seattle. So I will bump Seattle for a day, but I'm headed to Arizona and down into Mexico, and I may spend a couple hours and shoot up and hit the factory if anybody's going to be there day after tomorrow, and maybe everybody's going to be up in Seattle at Expo. I don't know, but I was going to give you guys a call.
We're all leaving Expo tomorrow, so we'll all be back at the shop. So, yeah, please stop by and see us. So.
No, it's a good bunch of guys. You walk around the factory and everybody seems like they're in pretty good spirits. It looks like an operating room. You guys run a tight ship. I wish the best for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We wish the same for you.
All right, brother. We'll see you in a day or so.
Thank you.
Now Captain Wild Bill, you said that obviously you're heading to the Alamorada Sailfish tournament here shortly on your break from fishing. Will you get the opportunity to fish while you're down there?
Oh yeah. I'm not just handing out cardboard checks. I'm going down there to wet a line. My buddy's been catching bait all week, and they've had some pretty successful days. I think Paulie said they were 8 for 9 yesterday on sales. Sounds like there's a bunch of fishing. It should be a good tournament.
Well, we know your famous quote is, "If you're not fishing, you're fishing." So you're definitely going from craft fishing to sailfish fishing. So I know you'll be happy to get a short break there in between the two seasons and get out on the water and do some fishing.
Well, last year I went right from Dutch Harbor, Anchorage to Florida, and just bought new clothes. I didn't even go home. I just went right to Florida to go fishing and just bought new stuff. I didn't even bump the house and pick up new luggage. I said I got to go. I got to get my fish fixed. Got to get some sunshine and make it happen.
Well, I definitely know you're looking forward to it, and I know it's a well-deserved break in between the two seasons, but we definitely appreciate you taking the time to call in, give us an update on your exciting project that you're working with the Rigid team, and then also to let us know how things are going on the Cape Caution there on the Deadliest Catch, the new season. You guys are obviously filming now, and like you said, looking forward to that break and then getting back on the water and, wrapping up the season after the king crab season.
This is season 10 for Deadliest Catch, and I'm not going to bore you guys with too much, but Discovery's tried to raise the bar every year, and they've incorporated a bunch of new cameras and all this season, and I honestly think this will probably be one of the best seasons they've ever produced, and all I can say is Tuesday at 9 in April. Stand by and see what happens.
Yeah, that's April season 10 of the Deadliest Catch, so we look forward to following you again, and I know last year you had some sort of lighting issues, so hopefully we'll be able to be a bright light there with the Rigid team.
Yeah, it didn't miss a beat this year. It worked out perfect, and it was a big addition to the boat, and that was a really tasteless plug for Deadliest Catch, but I'll do it anyway. So thanks for having me, Jay, and thanks to the guys at Rigid. I mean, I hope we have a long relationship here, and it's working well, and I'm probably your best ally in Alaska. Everybody's been coming by and asking me about what we got going on, and I personally installed everything, and like I said, it didn't miss a beat.
Well, Captain Wild Bill, we definitely appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and we definitely look forward to seeing you and getting together soon.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Captain Wild Bill. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
I tell you, that was great to get Captain Wild Bill to call in and, give us an update. Now, that's exciting for Richard to be able to work with Bill to kind of develop, a product that works well on the boats. But that, that really speaks a lot about the company as a whole, the Rigid company, about, their willingness to, go and test new waters and, create new products and listen to the customer about, the feedback that they provide.
That's, Jay, that's one of the things that, and if you go to our website, you see the torture test video and you see what we've done, and Bill mentioned it about us dragging lights behind trucks and shooting them and everything else. And that's a big deal for us, is that durability and that guys having the confidence in their lights that, they know that no matter what happens to them, they're going to keep burning. And, whether they, something happens and they get crushed or something happens and, we've had Baja racers flip trucks and crush bars in half and flip the switch and, some of the lights don't work, but the rest of them do, and they get able to finish the race. Or, so if you go online to the website and you look at the torture test, you really see what we do to test our products and the durability that's behind the products, and that's what we stand behind. I mean, the coolest thing about our products, besides the fact that they're bright as all get out, is the fact that every piece is made here in the United States. We assemble everything there in Phoenix, Arizona, and, we've been lucky enough. We were named an Inc. 500s or their top 150, or we're number 150 in their top privately held companies that are growing, and that is a big honor to us. And then we just recently received a hire award for hiring people, and the growth that we're having, and the as much as we're growing, and the way that's going, and building everything right there in house, it gives us a chance to really QC our product well, really do a lot of testing, and so we can send lights to Bill, and we know without a doubt they're going to perform flawlessly. And plus, where he's at and what he's doing, he's going to put them through probably more stuff than any of us ever combined would ever put a light through. So if they perform well for him, then I know they'll do well for us in Tennessee and Alabama and anywhere else that we are. So we'll be in good shape. So,
that was the thing is, when Bill was talking about, putting the lights on the boat is, Dave and the Rigid team definitely seemed very confident about how well that product would, hold up to those, to those harsh conditions. And, obviously we keep referring to this video, but, if you go to rigidindustries.com, there's the torture test video, and definitely people need to check that out and just kind of see the extreme abuse that you purposely put these lights through, and they still hold up. I mean, they're still lighting, they're still performing. Half the light after it's been cut in half actually still works. I mean, that's obviously an excessive way to show it, but it definitely shows people how much these lights can actually go through.
One of the coolest things that we get, and we get this a lot, is we get people that mount that have lights on trucks or ATVs and things like that, and we've actually received a number of pictures or emails from customers that they put a new bumper on their truck and they added Rigid lights to it, and they've been on a head-on collision or they've been in a wreck and they're fine. The truck's totaled, but the lights still work. So and that's the biggest thing. They're more excited about the lights still working than the fact that they wrecked their truck, and they're not worried about that. They make sure the lights are still working, and so we hear a lot of that. And again, it's that quality control aspect too. What we do and how we build them. We've got a lot of guys. We've got about 140 employees now, and everybody in that building believes Rigid. We believe in the product. We believe in what we do and the product that we build and sell. And I was able to spend some time. My home office is in Alabama, but I spent some time last week in Phoenix, and was able to spend, half a day or so back in the production area watching these guys build these lights. And, I mean, they do. They check every corner, every crack, every crevice, and make sure every wire is where it needs to be. And they don't skimp. They take their time in getting them built and build them right. And you just don't find that in a lot of products anymore. So pride in what we build, and we all stand behind our products 110%. So.
Well, the fact that you're a technology company that's standing behind your product and making your product in the USA is, a very unique thing on top of that. And in reality, you're not going to find a tougher environment than the saltwater environment. So for you to, be doing this type of product testing and to have such a wide variety of lights in the marine industry is just a great reason for us at Point Click Fish to be, really thankful to have you as partners with what we do. And it's just a great product. I had the chance to film some of our episodes on Point Click Fish Adventures, and I've had the chance to use some of the product. As Captain Bill said, it really just throws off the right. Not only the fact that you can adjust the lighting with some of the different lenses, it's just they can really get it right what you need for the filming set. So it's just a great opportunity for us, and we appreciate the support, obviously, of Point Click Fish, and it's just great to be able to help you guys out with a little product testing on the water as well.
It's great to be involved with you guys. We appreciate it very much. So.
Well, Chris, I tell you, we've got a caller real quick. Let's get him on the line and see who it is.
Okay.
Welcome to PointClickFish.com show.
Hey, Captain Jay.
Captain Mark Henderson. Hey, buddy. Liquid Fire Fishing team calling in. Who's also sponsored by the Rigid Industries team. Thanks for calling in this evening, Mark.
Hey, you're very welcome, Jay. It's always a pleasure to spend some time with you guys, and exciting to be on here with one of our fantastic sponsors. We've been with Rigid for the last couple of years and been part of the torture team in the marine industry. And man, I got to tell you, I know we're going to talk about the product, and I can take it from my standpoint in the marine side of things in a saltwater environment, and on our Intrepid for the last 2 years, these lights have been amazing, and they garner a lot of attention, and they really brighten things up, and they're very functional and helpful when you're on the boat.
Absolutely, and with the boat, you guys had a lot of the Rigid products and also the underwater series lights, and that obviously draws a lot of attention and something that's really picking up and catching on in the marine industry. Tell us about those underwater lights, Mark.
Jay, the Wake Flame has performed flawlessly. 2 years, they decided to partner with us on this and do some testing on these things. And when they brought them out, they just did a tremendous job. And from day one, they performed exactly as they had hoped, exactly as we had hoped. We had 4 of the oval Wake Flames on the transom of our boat facing outward. And they're the flush mount. They're attractive. Absolutely the clearest, brightest LEDs on the market for underwater lighting. They are. We also have 2 of the round Wake Flames in the step on the sides of our 38-foot Intrepid. And I've had so many positive comments. We run out, mackerel world, Jay. We run out early in the morning, and number one, it's safe. Very important for people to be able to see in the dark, and and honestly, it's just such a cool visual. It's amazing to be part of that, and we've been excited about it. The Underwater series has absolutely not missed a beat. 2 years of harsh environment, over 1,000 hours on the water, in the water with that boat, and 0 problems. Just been unreal.
Well, I know that's definitely great to hear, but, you guys also are working on a new project that will, I'm sure, be able to display the Rigid products again. You guys just sold your boat, from what I understand, and just started a new one. Is that correct, Mark?
Jay, we did. We were down in Biloxi fishing the Yamaha Professional Kingfish Tour Championship and Southern Kingfish Association National Championship, and had a really fun and successful week down there. And at that time, I'd been dealing with a gentleman who actually had bought one of my other boats, and he has decided to jump on board. He purchased our Intrepid, and then Intrepid Power Boats has begun the build of the new 375, and that was the very first hull that they had ever built. And this past 2 years, been a very successful model for them. We walk around, we fish in the open, and real excited about the new project, and very excited about the Rigid Industries lighting to be back on board again. Fun opportunity to work with these guys. They've really built up an amazing company, and seeing the growth with Rigid Industries in the last couple of years. I know Chris, that we have on tonight, has joined the company fairly recently and very successful in the marine business in the past. And Dave Davis and all the guys there at the Rigid facilities, man, they're just a pleasure to work with, and real excited about having Rigid Industries on board again and running their product and showing off the Miami boat show and just showing people what they can offer to their applications on their boats and trucks. And we've got them on our trucks. We've got them in our travel trailer. Of course, you've seen our trucks and travel trailer. We travel together sometimes. So it's exciting to see every time we turn those lights on, to see people come over, gravitate to the trailer and the boat or the trucks, and for them to ask questions. And it's real fun to be able to talk to them intelligently about, the product and the benefits of them, and just the brightness, and it's amazing what they do in such a little package.
Well, I definitely think it's great that, to have you guys on and go from the commercial fishing industry to the, tournament fishing industry. I definitely think that's really cool to kind of see those different applications and speak to those that are out there using it in those situations. So we definitely appreciate you calling in and, telling us about your experience with the Rigid products and also with the Rigid as a company.
You're very welcome, Jay. I enjoy spending time with you and Wayne, and certainly a pleasure to be on the air with Chris Brown and Captain Wild Bill tonight. And we're Captain Wild Bill's on. We feel a little bit of our league, but and certainly with Chris and his experience in the industry and the field, and excited about working with him in the future and current. So we appreciate everything that you guys do and your hard work as always, Jay.
Mark, that makes two of us. We're excited to work with you some more as well. And I tell you what, we've got some new lights. I'm ready to get on that new boat of yours. So I think we're going to really light up things for you in 2014. So.
Well, I'm excited about that, Chris. The SRQs and the SRM2s and all the cool products, those A series are amazing. We've got numerous different types of lights on the boat. We got some flush mounts, got some stuff coming up on the new bay boat we got going. So got a lot of cool things fixing to happen. A lot of different of the products you guys have, and we appreciate being able to work with you. And you've been so good to us and so good to the industry and for the industry. Just the innovation and the quality of your product, second to none. And it's very pleasurable for us to be able to partner with such a quality company. And I just hope that people get a chance to go to rigidindustries.com, check out their products. And obviously, when we're on the road, anytime somebody wants to come up and have us demonstrate them and show them, be in the Miami Boat Show, I hope the boat will be ready by then. So we're going to try real hard and look forward to 2014 and beyond, and excited about it. And Jay, you guys did a great job, buddy. I appreciate you.
Well, Mark, we definitely appreciate you being part of the show and calling in, and we love having you part of it, Mark. We definitely appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jay. And Chris, I appreciate all y'all's hard work, buddy. I appreciate the innovation and the excitement that y'all have brought to the marine industry. It's caught on. A lot of the SKA guys are excited about the products. I know a lot of them are using them. I get texts and emails from people that ask questions about what's best. And anytime anybody wants to ask me that, I feel like I can speak fairly intelligently to the product and what's best for the applications on the boat. So feel free to email me. Go to our website, Facebook page on Look Fire Fishing or fishlf.com, and you can send me an email straight from there. And heck, my phone number's on there, so I'll be glad to answer any questions that anybody has on application of the Rigid Industries products onto the boat.
Awesome, Mark. We definitely appreciate it, and we look forward to having you back on again soon.
Jay, I appreciate it again very much. Chris, thank you very much, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Wayne, you take care of that back now.
Always good talk to you, Captain Mark. Good. Thanks for calling in. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, you, guys.
Well, Chris, that's definitely a true testament to Rigid to get those different areas in the marine industry to call in and talk about the product.
I feel like I've not kicked my coverage tonight between Mark and Wild Bill. I feel like I'm underdressed for this occasion. So,
Well, I tell you, they both, and obviously we do too, speak very highly of the company and the products. And that's one thing that I wanted to kind of talk about tonight is some of the new products that have come out. Obviously, we get the opportunity to test products, with the Rigid team as they come out. And I tell you, there's one of the products that I kind of wanted to tell everybody about because I really think it's an excellent gift idea for the holidays. I really do. That's the new suction cup mount and the 12-volt plug-in switch that your team has come up with. Let's talk a little bit about that because I know that's one of the new products that you guys have released recently.
It is, and, we actually developed that for a number of reasons, but obviously the Marine was the biggest. And, that's a great little light. You can mount one of our SRM lights to. You can mount two of our SRM lights. Really, that's our little 2 or 4 bulb or LED light that is extremely bright. You can mount our little UV black light to it. You can mount, just about any of our lights you can mount to that little suction cup deal. And with that power cord, you've got a 15-foot cigarette lighter power cord adapter there. So, you can place, you can put light anywhere you want it. I know you mentioned your son had it turned on in the back seat of the truck the other day, and I keep one in my truck that, it's one that, and also in the boat, it's one where if you don't have light or you need a little extra light, you can certainly, place that puppy somewhere and fire it up. And it's a great little mount. It's very compact and it stores very nice. And I tell you what, I keep one in the truck for if I've got a flat tire or if I've got a problem with, if I was right now, I travel a lot and drive a lot, much like everybody else here, and pull a boat a lot. So if something goes wrong with the trailer or if something goes wrong with the truck or I need a little extra light at night to help me change a flat or whatever, and you can stick that thing in the side of the truck and plug it into a cigarette lighter, and bam, you got instant daylight just about. So it's a really neat accessory item. It's a great stocking stuffer for dad, or for an older son or something that needs something like that. It also goes well with the trolling motor, the spotlight that we make for the Minn Kota Fortrex trolling motors. Mm-hmm. Not everybody runs a Minn Kota, so that's a great light as well that you can place up on the front deck of the boat, whether it's a bass boat or a deck boat or a offshore boat. You can place it up there, and with the driving light or with the right optic, you can have that headlight or that spotlight that you need, and then move it around the boat as you need it throughout the day or night. So it's a very neat product to have, and at the price that it is, it's very affordable, very economical, and would be a great gift with the holidays coming up for sure.
Well, that's two things that both of those products, both the trolling motor mount and the suction cup mount, the quality of the product itself. It's great quality. It has the connectors there. It's got that 15-foot cord, but it's the mount itself where the suction cups are. That's high quality metal. Is it steel? Is that what it is?
I believe so. The thing about it is we're not going to skimp on anything. We know. All of us there at the office. Obviously, I live in Alabama off-site when as being the Marine category manager. But everybody there in the office, including myself, we either fish, we do off-road stuff. We all use the lights, and we're all out in the field using the lights. And we know what we want to stick in a light. We know what people expect in a light. And we're not going to just put something out there that's not done correctly or done halfway. We want to make sure it fits in that Rigid name. If it's not Rigid, then it's not going to be part of our line. And that's kind of a cliche, I guess, but it's one of those things where it's got to hold up to our test, and we've got to be able to beat it up. I mean, all the way down to our little halo flashlight. I mean, I've dropped that thing from Lord knows how high, off the trailer or off the top of the house or whatever, and you turn it on and it still works. So we're going to make sure we've got that quality and we've got that Ritchie name covered with anything that we make, whether it's an accessory or it's the actual light itself. So.
Yeah, and with that the suction mount cup kit, it's a black powder coat finish that's on it, and it is stainless steel construction. But that's another thing too, that even with the SRMs, that they can buy lens covers to make the light amber or green or whatever they would like to. They can actually buy lens covers to clip onto those as well. That's something I just wanted to point out.
You can. Our almost all of our lights now come with covers or have covers available. So, the amber is great for foggy situations, for, when it's misty rain. It's great for that to really cut down that glare on that. And but if you want the true white light, then you can do the red and the green. And I think a friend of ours, Kevin Van Dam, has a red cover on a big bar that he actually hog hunts with. So, there's multiple uses for the covers and for different things. And we've got blue and white, smoke. We've got amber and red. So we've got all kinds of different covers that you can put on the lights to get that color you desire without having to change up the actual LEDs. So.
As you guys are sitting here talking about the different products, I just want to comment. I'm sitting here clicking on the website and looking around at the diversity of things. And it's such a well-managed and a well-designed website. Everything that you would want to find is right at the point of point-click lights basically is here at the website. And I just wanted to comment that it's such a good and well-designed website. A lot of times when you go to industry products that have so much diversity, it's hard to find exactly what you're looking for. But man, it's just such a well-designed site. I wanted to make sure I mentioned that.
Sure. We just turned that website on Monday of this week, so it's a brand new design website, and I got to give credit to our marketing team and our web team. Man, they hit a home run with that, as well as our new catalog. You can actually download our new catalog there off the site up in the top right corner, and it's very cool. We're very excited about it, and it's good to hear feedback like that. I've been on the road all week. I was in Charlotte earlier this week, and now I'm in Seattle and headed back to Charlotte tomorrow. So we've been on the road and had really a big chance to check it out. So it's good to hear the feedback, man. I appreciate that.
Well, I tell you, Chris, do you have any other products that have come out? I know we have the trolling motor light that we talked about, the suction cup mount that you can switch the SRMs and the SRQs out on, and also that UV light. There's also a UV light that can be used for night fishing that lights up the line as well. That's something that would be really neat to use out on the water. That wanted to point out that it is available in a UV light.
Yeah, the UV light we make in a diffuse lens, and what the diffuse lens does is it really shoots that light out at a 60-degree angle and gives you a very broad spectrum of light, and it pushes it out a pretty good distance. So it's a great light to to have on the side of the boat. I've not done much night fishing at all, and actually got a chance to kind of test that light as well as some others out in Phoenix with Elite Series Pro Josh Bertrand, and man, what a huge difference that light makes, and it's really, really impressive. So we're really excited about that. And we've got a number of fishermen this year that are going to our A-Series light, our accessory lights up on the deck of the boats where they can see in the mornings. They're changing out compartment lights with those lights so they can see what's in the compartment. And it's just a great product to replace existing lighting or add new lighting. Whatever you need to do, we've got a solution for you. So.
Well, that's the thing. You pointed out the A-Series lights, and that's something that we've put in the PointClickFish.com trailer that we take around with us. And I tell you, that light is small, but it is powerful. I mean, it definitely puts out a lot of light. And, that's something, like you said, in compartments on boats, when you need a light, or, a lot of times boats are leaving early in the morning and need light in those compartments. I mean, it absolutely just lights that up. But they're nice and compact, very small but very powerful lights. So that's something, too, that I wanted to hit on that.
besides the Halo flashlight, that's probably one of my favorite lights that we make is the A-Series, because we use them in so many situations on so many things that they're so diverse, and so, you know, you can use them anywhere. So it's very cool. It's a great little light. It's priced right. It's indestructible. It's waterproof. You can actually use them as underwater lights too, which is great. So very, very neat light. Very you know, if you need to add light to something, that's the light to have. So.
Well, yeah, this is some great products, and you know, some great updates from the Rigid team, and it sounds like you've been busy on the road, attending a lot of shows, and you know, spreading the word about the new products and the Rigid company as a whole. But we definitely thank the Rigid team for your support and you know, making an excellent product. But it's definitely a true testament to get Captain Wild Bill to call in tonight, you know, to give an update, and then also Captain Mark Henderson from Liquid Fire Fishing Team. You know, both of those are well-respected captains in their communities, and I'd say it's great to have them speak highly of what your team's doing.
I tell you, we've been very blessed with a number of great guys to work with, like Captain Wild Bill and Captain Mark and so many others. You know, on the freshwater side, guys like Kevin Van Dam and Brandon Polinick and Josh Bertrand, and so many others that we've been very blessed. And you know, we've got a great group of owners. We've got a great group of employees back at the shop, and everybody takes a ton of pride in what we do and in our product. And I think it shows in every light that goes out the building. So we're very excited about it, and we thank you guys so much for having us on tonight. So
no doubt about it. The future's bright.
That is definitely a true statement. But Chris, we definitely thank you for coming on and give us an update from the team. You know, we definitely look forward to seeing great things continue from the Rigid team. And
well, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, and you be safe in your travels and enjoy the show. We definitely want to take too much of your time now. I know you definitely spend a lot of time with us, so we'll let you get back to your duties there at the show.
Well, guys, I appreciate it very much, and we look forward to talking to you soon. So,
awesome, Chris. Thank you very much for calling in, and I look forward to talking with you.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, I tell you, Wayne, we did know we were going to get some callers calling in to Captain Wild Bill. He's busy traveling and on his way back from his short break, so we definitely appreciate him taking the time to call in this evening and give us an update on you know, what he's got going on. And Captain Mark Henderson, as always, to have those guys call in, that's awesome. We definitely enjoy working a lot with Mark and his team. And you know, if you're really looking for a product for the holidays for that angler, you know, or really, they don't even have to be an angler, but obviously if you're probably listening to the show, you're probably an angler. But, you know, if you're looking for a pretty unique gift, you know, something that's universal, I tell you, that suction cup mount with that SRM or SRQ light on it would be a hit. You know, one of the things, as I've shown this to people, and Wayne, you know, you've seen it as well, is people say, man, that would be great for, you know, my center console boat, but I could also use it in my truck, and I could also use it in my golf cart. And, you know, they just keep coming up with these endless options that they can use this light for. And really, in a center console boat, you can move it, you know, to point on the deck. You can move it to, you know, if you needed it for a quick spotlight to see where something was, you could use it for that. You could use it to look in a compartment with that 15-foot, 12-volt power cord that comes with it. You really have a large area that you can move that light around to and use it. So that's just something that I wanted to point out, because as we've been testing the light, it really has been a universal light. You know, I even had somebody, Wayne, say, man, if I could put a handle on that light, I could use it for this, with ideas to use that light for. So, you know, that's something that you could use on the boat, at home, in the water, you know, you name it, it could be used for it.
Yeah, it's just a lot of different applications for a light of that quality, you know, especially when you think of the LED technology, the fact that, you know, you can really put up 3 times as many lights and have the same battery draw. So, it's an opportunity where you can set up, a couple of different lighting systems, and, you can really, glow out on the water. And for those night fishing trips, not only is it important for safety, but it's important for your ability to catch fish, your ability to retie knots, take care of things out on the water. Having good light's essential, and that's why I'm, very thankful that you've helped me out, and, the skiff that I've got, and we've been able to, put some lights. So it proves to be, beneficial, and especially with the suction cup mounts, like you said, you can take it so many applications. You can take it really with you anywhere that you need to go, and it's a product that can suit many needs. So we're, again, just thrilled to have relationships with companies like this, and of course, it's no surprise that Captain Wild Bill and Captain Mark would take the time to call in. Obviously, they're busy, but they're just so thrilled with the product, and it's just a testament for their product that you've got folks like that involved with it. And again, it's just humbling to be involved with a company that has the connection with Rigid that we have. I know you for a while now, Jay, and it's just been fun to follow the history of the business and to see that they're really not only an American-made company, but leaders in the industry. And that's so unique in a technology field to have it made right here in the USA, and for them to be, such a fast-growing company. So it's just exciting to be able to partner up with them.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too, is another thing we wanted to point out, we just literally scratched the surface of their products and that they offer.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking for an LED light solution, definitely check out rigidindustries.com and take a look at what they have to offer. I mean, they literally have just about something for everything. So, if you're looking for some sort of LED light solution, check it out. These guys probably have it. And if they don't have it, I would encourage you to contact them because they might be working on it. So that's something to definitely keep in mind.
As Captain Wild Bill said, it's the future. Everybody is switching over in all industries. I've had the chance to be exposed to, in the marine science career, a lot of the ROV technology that they use in undersea robotics. And you're seeing it switch over there, and the advantage there is that it's such a compact design and such a low battery maintenance lighting system that they are able to push the envelope in some of the product development. So I was happy to be able to talk with him before the show started, and Rigid can be involved in so many different applications. Again, that's what's so exciting about the company, and it's just technologically advanced and just lots of product testing. I'm blown away.
I'll tell you, Wayne, it's great to have a show dedicated to LED lighting, and obviously the Rigid team, because we have a relationship with them and have done some great things with them, and looking forward to doing more. So we definitely wanted to let everyone else know about some of the product testing that we've done, and kind of let them know about how the products have measured up. And I tell you, the quality's great. It definitely stands out. Like you said, they don't hold back. They deliver a great product. So we just wanted to talk about that this evening and let everybody know.
Yeah, the flush mount SRMF projected LED lights that we've been able to use have just performed flawlessly. And I think anybody with a boat or a car or a kid, you're gonna find yourself needing some extra light at some point, and there's really nobody else to turn to in my mind. Not only are you getting a quality product, but you're buying an American-made product. I think it's just again really fortunate to have the opportunity to be in the network with Point Click Fish and partnered up with Rigid Industries.
Yeah, absolutely. Wayne, do we have anything else that we needed to let everybody know about before we get off the air? I'll tell you, we've one of the things I wanted to say is we obviously have got some great guests here lining up here soon. To let everyone know, we're going to start pushing the programming out ahead of time to let everyone know who's coming on the show. So we definitely look forward to doing that as we roll into December and the beginning of the year. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. We've got the Point Click Fish Adventures. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel when you go. We were putting up those new videos where we're able to go out with captains and hopefully in the near future some fishing teams and get some excellent footage, and that's been a fun project, Wayne, that we've been able to get to work on and get those videos out there. So check us out on YouTube. It's Point Click Fish TV, youtube.com/Point Click Fish TV. So just find us on there, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get updates as we post videos.
Yeah, we're always on the water and attempting to bring back that action to our guests. And, of course, who've been following us on YouTube over the past week, we've done the king mackerel video and the striped bass video, which has been well received, and we're looking to get out on the water again over the next week. Of course, the Thanksgiving holiday is coming up soon, so we're all getting prepared to give thanks and prepare for the holiday. But that means a little extra time off from work, which means a little time fishing, perhaps. And, of course, we always like to make sure that we quickly share the Chase and Tails bait and tackle fishing report that they just put out. And the good news is that the fish are definitely active all up and down the beach. It seems as if there's been a good speckled trout bite and also red drum mixed in. Speckled trout, the fish have been scattered, everywhere. Lots of small fish, but some keepers in the mix. They've really, really been selling a lot of the voodoo shrimp. That seems to be the new hot product on the market right now, so a lot of interest in that. And also just a lot of good fishing from the piers, from the offshore environment. There's been some windy days, so not a lot of people out, but the wahoo bite continues to be going. And there's still some king mackerel in the area, although that's dying off. You still can find some. And then, of course, it won't be too long until we'll see tuna move in. Bluefin season's not too far away on the Carolina coast, and they had a really good bite up in the Outer Banks on the yellowfin. So, definitely time to continue thinking about fishing with winter just around the corner. Of course, we talked last week about the bite on the Noose and Pamlico, so that'll be a pretty steady deal. Definitely encourage people to stop in at Chase and Tails, talk to Tim, the trout man, or anything else that you need. You can talk to Matt, and they'll get you set up, and it's just really going to be a great opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And that fishing report was from Chase and Tails in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. For those of you that just wanted to make sure that are joining the show from other locations, want to make sure that they're aware that's Atlantic Beach, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Well, Wayne, I tell you, another great show. Some great callers and some great information that we talked about here this evening. And we definitely look forward to next week and getting everybody up to speed on what's new in the fishing industry.
Most definitely. Thanks again for having me on tonight, Captain Jay, and we look forward to talking to you again soon.
Awesome. We look forward to next week. Until next week, everyone get on the water, and hopefully you're catching something. And if you do, let us know about it. Visit us on pointclickfish.com or find us on social media, and we look forward to hearing from you. Until next week, everybody, be safe on the water.
This has been the PointClickFish.com Saltwater Fishing Radio Show. Until next time, tight lines and following seas.